Hi, everyone. My name is Emily, and welcome to the Blackroom podcast. So, John, it's been another crazy week in Trumpland.
I don't even know where we start with this clown show, Emily.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to talk about the bombshell story.
Yeah.
That just won't go away.
It couldn't be the Epstein files, could it?
Yes, the Epstein files.
So here we go. Bondi dropped everyone in it when she said that she had the Epstein files on her desk ready to review.
This kept the MAGA conspiracy theory nuts happy, as it's something that has been promised to them for years.
Oh, yeah, they love that stuff. Pizzagate, the Clintons, Obama eating people's babies, all the deep state madness. Yeah.
That's right, John. The MAGAs were already restless after the DOJ called all the right-wing influencers to the White House
to supposedly get copies of the Epstein files. In fact, all they got was information that was already publicly out there.
The files had a white cover on them. Bondi said she made it herself with the Epstein files phase 1 on it, implying there would be a phase 2, obviously. However, phase 2 never came, and what has transpired since then is an almost unbelievable comedy of errors.
So, first, you have the falling out between Musk and Trump. When Musk decided to tweet out that Trump was in the Epstein files.
Yeah, that was shocking at the time. And it got this whole goddamn mess into free fall.
Then Musk seemed to backtrack, and he even tweeted that maybe his post was over the top.
Yeah. His backtracking had absolutely nothing to do with Trump threatening to cut his federal contracts.
He even went so far as to post some things supporting the administration on the LA riots. He really appeared to change his tune for a while. He even had me fooled.
Wow. That's hard to do, Emily. You're the smart one here.
Oh, thank you, John.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens next? Well, my personal opinion is this.
Trump was looking to get everyone distracted from the Epstein saga, and he found what he needed with the Israel and Iran conflict.
Yeah.
So the next thing we know, boom, our B-2 bombers had bombed 3 key nuclear sites in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what, John?
What?
No one is talking about Mr. Epstein now, right? Was I right or what?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. Now, all the media are talking about is the war. It seems like this was a masterstroke by Trump, and he has pulled another Jedi mind trick on his supporters.
Oh, wow. I love a good Star Wars reference. Can we get Yoda in there somewhere, please?
I like that, John. But in this scenario, is Trump, Vader, or the Emperor? Maybe our viewers can let us know in the comments.
He's definitely the Emperor Emily. Really evil, unpopular, and hideously deformed.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're being too kind. At least the Emperor had some redeeming qualities.
Oh, no. Okay, so what happens next, Emily? You've got me excited. I've lost track in all this chaos.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Let's get back to it. So, Rump was distracting with the Iran bombing.
So everything seemed to have died down in relation to Epstein. Trump thought everything was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nothing to see here, folks, except he exaggerated the effects of the bombing.
Yeah.
But he didn't count on round 2 in his UFC fight with old mate Elon. Elon just can't stop those late night tweets.
Yeah, that's what you get when you mix Adderall and ketamine at 2 a.m. with the mind of a mad genius.
So Musk starts posting, and he's making fun of Bondi and the disappearing files. And by this time, Trump is getting furious when anyone asks about Epstein. It's really getting under his skin.
So now Trump goes back to his usual playbook of denial and doubling down on lies.
But this time, for once, it's not working. In fact, it's making things 100 times worse,
Right.
especially with the MAGA base.
So next, there's a bombshell truth social post that literally sets the MAGA world on fire. So get this. Trump calls his supporters stupid and weaklings if they believe in the Epstein files. Now we see the first ever split with him and the MAGA base, the first cracks in the glass, and the far right are going crazy.
Yeah.
This is a conspiracy they have been pushing for years.
Yeah.
It's one of the fundamental pillars holding MAGA together.
Yeah, MAGA leaders like Charlie Kirk and Nick Fuentes are feeling duped and betrayed, calling MAGA a scam.
So Trump is referring to the whole thing as the Epstein hoax. If asked about it by reporters, he even went so far as to say that it was, in fact, created by Democrats, primarily by, can you believe it, Obama.
Yeah, so this is obviously a distraction. He's even posting AI videos of Obama getting arrested in the Oval Office by the FBI and is genuinely calling for his arrest now.
Yeah.
He's even got Tulsi Gabbard saying she has evidence he led a treasonous conspiracy.
Seriously, though, you will see this will never eventuate into anything.
Yes.
It's purely a smokescreen to give the base and media something else to fixate on for a while.
So now we get word that Trump was told numerous times that his name was in the files. This goes right back to May, according to the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, this is something the White House now vehemently denies.
Yeah.
However, there's now proof that the Bureau's Freedom of Information Act team has been actively redacting his name for months.
Right.
Get this, under the guise of he was a private citizen at the time and is entitled to privacy.
Okay. But I thought they were the most transparent administration in history.
Okay, well, if that's true, Emily, then I'm Chris Hemsworth's body double.
Right.
Wow. So where does that leave us? We have one last stop, but can you guess what station we are at, John?
No, I've actually no idea. This story is too nuts to be true. Please enlighten me.
We are at the one and only extra special VIP service Grand Central Station called Ghislaine Maxwell. So she is getting the royal treatment, John. She gets a visit from the DOJ's number 2, Todd Blanche.
Yeah, this is highly unusual. In fact, let's be honest. It stinks of a cover-up. They are wanting to get to her and make a deal before anyone else does.
They have a 10-hour interview with her over 2 days. No one knows what was said, and her lawyer has already said she is looking for a pardon.
Yeah.
Plot thickens because her lawyer is great friends with Todd Blanche, so a sweetheart deal is definitely on the card.
And Trump has said he would consider a pardon for her. At this stage, he really doesn't care how bad it looks. Just interested in getting himself off the hook and getting her to name and shame any of his enemies who might have hung around with Epstein.
That's right, John. They will get her to exonerate Trump's completely, and he will say, I told you so.
Yes, yeah.
And issue her a pardon. He has already been moved to a minimum security prison right after the meeting. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Victims and their families are correctly outraged. It's a real low, even for this shameful government.
Not at any point has Trump had sympathy for the victims. They literally have not been mentioned by him.
Right.
And by calling the whole thing a hoax, he is basically saying the hundreds of girls are lying.
Yeah, that's right, John. By all accounts, the victims are feeling re-traumatized and insulted.
Yeah.
Because the DOJ only wants to talk to Maxwell, a convicted trafficker and proven liar. Thank God the Democrats in Congress are asking for any victims who want to be heard to come forward.
Thank God. These poor women will now have their chance to be heard after being ignored for way too long.
Okay, well, that's all we have time for today. And please subscribe and help us grow our podcast. Over to you, John.
Bye, everyone. I love you all, especially if you say nice things about me in the comments.